on and help Louise out. She made a file using some gift tags. It's a slider gift tag. We've done some sliders before, but we've done them on cards. We haven't done anything this small. And I wanted to come on and show you guys how you can assemble these tags because she did share that file with you. Please give her a thumbs up and a thank you for that. If you see her in the groups for sharing her file. Now I am put her file up for you guys on the freebie tab at craftingwithapril.co, and you can get that freebie file there. If you want the images that I used on mine, you would need to be a supporter, and that will be on the supporter 2020 tab, or you can go and get your own images and arrange them out. So let's go ahead and get started. When you pull on the tag, it's going to slide out at the bottom. Now I did mine, it goes on the package like so, but when they take it off and pull it, I wanted mine to go sideways so that they could read it that way. Totally up to you how you lay your images out. Okay, you can lay this one going the other direction if you want, change it up, put whatever you want. So in her file, there's also, I squared this piece up for mine. In her file, there is one with the corners cut out. So if you want a little bit more decorative piece, you saw the pictures of hers at the beginning as well as this one. So you can use either file, use different shapes, and make yours. Now, I've cut a couple of them here because I am going to be making a few of them. This is your main piece. And you are going to fold it on the scores. There are 3 of them on this piece. And then this last one here. Now, I don't know if Louise was putting hers to the inside of that or the outside. I did put this flap to the outside on mine. If that's not correct, Louise, you can let them know to change that. But that's the way I'm doing mine. So in the file, in my file, in hers it's marked, it's gray, and it has to cut this from plastic. In mine it's blue. You're cutting it from plastic too. I just put it in there for the shapes. I'm just using these treat bags that I have on hand. I get them at Hobby Lobby. I think they're like 6 inches long, 6.5, something like that. Let me pull one out here. They are 6" by 4. So these are 6 by 4, and all I did was trim mine down to 4.5 inches. I just cut the bottom off because you need that bottom cut off anyway. So I just cut the bottom off, and then I cut them into I think it was 0.875 she had in the file. I cut them in those lengths on my trimmer. I didn't use the 2 sides because they're sealed. But you can get several out of one bag. Here's my side pieces. I guess you could split that down the middle and then use it. If you can get it to tear or you want to cut it there, you can use those too. So you'll get several out of one bag. You don't need much. You can use Walmart bags, grocery bags, things like that. I've used those in cards before. Just whatever you have on hand, but it does need to be flexible, and you don't want to do this step too tightly. So you're going to need some red line tape or some very sticky tape. And it's going to be hard to see here because it's clear. So I'm going to put it on that paper just so you guys can see. We're just going to put a little piece of this. You don't want it to overhang the edges. We're just going to put a piece right there on the end. Okay, just like that. And we are going to, I'm going to pull that up and get it straighter on that end. You want it on the very end, best you can get it, because you don't have a lot of room. You might want to cut your baggie just a little bit larger, and then you can trim it down. We're just going to peel that off. So I have tape stuck right to the end of that. I'm just going to peel it off. Peel off that liner. Then you're just going to place it right up on the card on this portion here. You're going to bring it around, and you're just going to stick those together evenly if you can get them evenly. There we go. And I've got a little bit of glue hanging off the side there, so I'm just going to trim that off because I don't want it to interfere. Okay, so you can feel if you've got any sticky, you'll want to get rid of it if it's sticking to the card. But it should move freely. You want it taut, but you don't want it so tight that it won't move. Okay, you need it to be moving. All right, and I think I used the one that I had flattened. I didn't score it. Doesn't matter, you can score it at any time before you start putting it together. I'm just going to score those. There we go. So now we have this. Now I'm going to I like to bring that piece up to the top, okay, just so it doesn't interfere with other stuff. And now we're going to place another piece right there at the top. We're going to trim that off. And then I'm just going to peel that away. Now you can do cut images or print and cut images, whatever it is you want to do. I did print and cut on mine. Just going to peel that liner back. Well, I had it and dropped it. There we go. So now I have my sticky at the top, and then this is going to end up being the front of my card. So this is going to fold in, and then this. So this is the front. Okay, and I want this piece here, and I'm going to stick that very edge right on there. I want to keep it inside that first score line. You don't want that score line to interfere. Okay, and I put it on upside down. Oops, it's okay. My tape came with that. I have to fold mine to see. Okay, this is the front. This is the front. So, yep. Let's put it face down there. I'm going to open that back up. I have my fold down here. Hopefully I'll get it right this time. Just going to place it down. I want it to move. Did I stick it to the card? Nope. Play around with it, get it to move. I see what I did. Tape at the top. I'm going to bring that around. There we go. Want it on that same side with that tape that we pressed together. Hey, there we go. And see, I've got that fold right here at the front. So we're just going to push that down. And now you need this piece to be at the front as well. So it needs to be going the same direction as that. Okay, so that when we pull it, this one pops out. So with this up, you could do this with it up or down, totally up to you. I like to do mine up so I can see. Just going to place, this one is on the back, this one is going to go on the front. Sometimes I confuse myself on these sliders. There we go. So I've got another little piece of tape right there with this one in the up position. Put it at the bottom. Peel that liner off. Can't get it. There we go. So I got that liner off, and I want this piece to be face up, just like that one, and I want to stay inside that score line, but I want it at the bottom. So we're just going to stick that down. There we go. And then you can push this in, and it should be just like that. So now we're going to glue, just so you guys can see. I've got this one taped at the bottom on one side, and at the top on the other. If you want to do it that way, you can do it that way as well. Like I said, I like to open mine up and have my faces up so that I can see. Okay, and I'm just going to lay that out so you guys can see how I did it again. Top at the left, bottom at the right. There's so many ways to explain to do this. So whichever way is easiest for you to remember, and make sure that it moves. Just going to fold it over. I'm going to use glue because there will be stress on this. I don't like to use tape. And just right on that edge, and I'm just going to fold it right over. Now again, I don't know if they're folding theirs to the inside on these. I didn't really take a good look, I'll be honest. I just started cutting and grabbed it. Okay, just going to hold that till it dries, and then my card should work. Okay, and now I'm going to hide that seam with my decorative pieces. This is, I believe, AC cardstock, this red. It was some that I had scraps left over. Again, you don't need much. They're not very big pieces. Then I've got my silver paper. Those are my extras. And here's my red liner. Here we go. So I'm going to take this piece, and I'm just going to place it right on the top of that seam so it's hidden. Just going to glue that down. Then I'm going to take my red liner piece that I have in my file. Use whatever decorative elements you want. And we're going to place that right there on top of that. And then we're going to take our decorative Santa Claus piece. And we're going to place that right up on top. This would be cute with a postage stamp element too. Be really cute. Super, super easy and simple. Give that a second to dry. We're going to cut a piece of ribbon here. You don't need much. You can use scraps on this. Just going to cut a piece. I'm going to loop it. I'm just going to pull it through. Let's see, we are. There we go. I'm going to get my loop, and I'm going to pull my tails through that loop. And then we're just going to tighten it up in there. And then if you want to trim it off, one shorter than the other. That's the way I like to do mine. Super easy, super simple. And I'm stuck. There we go. It'll loosen up the more you play with it. Just make sure that it's all working. How cute are those? Thank you for that file, Louise. Greatly appreciate you setting that up for us. Thank you for sharing. You guys have a wonderful day. Give a thumbs up on the video. Like, share, make a comment down below. And I'll catch you guys on Monday.